Yes, Satish, you can speak now.
Hello. Hi, everybody. Myself Satish here, and I work for TCS, and I belong to the talent action group of TCS, and moreover responsible for handling the hiring for US and for Canada. And for today, as you may know, the topic it would be the sourcing tools which which can be used on a day-to-day basis, and the topics which we would be uh, covering it would be the Boolean search generator, and the second tool it would be the AIRS free resume search, and the third one it would be sourcing.recruiting.com. And for me, this tool is the one which makes you productive, and which will also achieve you to do something. And the first tool, and for me, today's soul search needs to be tenacious. That is, they must be able to coming up with new searches, and they should be able to find new ways to source the candidates. And the second tool, it will be technical. That is, they must understand the basics of computer science, and also they should understand the basics of functions. And the third one, that is the source needs to be active. That is, in order to source a profile, you can either source a profile through job board, or else simply through ATS, or else you can also use your employee referral. And the fourth one, it will be passive. That is, you would be able to run the searches across the internet, or else I would say across the globe, in order to find the passive candidates. And you will be able to find the candidates either through Twitter, or else through LinkedIn, or else you'll also be able to find the candidate through their blog, or else through the white papers. And last but not the least, the sources needs to be deductive. That is, they should be able to drill down the candidate experience, and so that we will be able to take the right candidate. And the first tool which we are going to see right now, it would be the Boolean search generator. And as you may know, the Boolean search generator was created by Johnny Campbell, and I would say it is one of the easiest tool you can use, and it was created by Johnny and his team. And Johnny can be reached via Twitter handle, which would be @ social talent. And few highlights of this tool is free of cost. And if you want to create a Boolean search string, this Boolean search generator tool, which should be much more easier to you. And one more important thing with this tool is you may not include the quotation marks, or else and how effectively we can use this tool. That is, you need to log on to the labs.socialtalent.co, and you need to register yourself using your login credentials. That would be that would be your email address, and also your password. And when you log into your Boolean search generator, and this would be your login screen, wherein you would be able to find four steps. That would be add your keywords, add your synonym, and remove your keywords. And the last but not the least, it would be the generation of codes. And this code can be either implemented in your LinkedIn search, or else in your Google search, or else I would say you can also implement this in your Twitter search. And here right now, I'm just framing a search for the role of a Java architect with candidates of experience in EJB. That is, on the first line, I'm adding as Java, and for me, I need to go in for an architect role. That would be Java and architect. And for architect, the EJB would be the mandatory one, so it would be EJB. And next, I would be clicking on to the step 2, wherein it would be asking for the synonyms. Say for example, for sales, you can give either as business development, or else in terms of cold calling. So like simultaneously for Java, you would be either giving a J2EE, or else in terms of J2ME, which stands for Java 2 Platform Mobile Edition. And for me, the search string, it would be, I'm looking out for a guy for the role of a Java architect or else a J2EE architect who has got experience in EJB or else structs. So I would give as Java or else EJB, and that is of Java or a J2EE, and EJB or else structs. And then I would click on to the step 3. And the step 3, it would be for the generation of codes. That would be Java or else of J2E, and in terms of codes, it would be as architects, and it's of EJB or else structs. And as I mentioned earlier, for here there is no quotation marks is required, and the quotation marks it is created by the Boolean search generator itself. And the next tool which I'm using it on a day-to-day basis, it would be the AIRS free resume search, wherein a few highlights of this particular tool is which is created by an ADP company, and moreover, as the title suggested, it is of free of cost, and moreover, it's a Google Chrome application. And in order to search resumes, you can easily search resumes using your Google, your LinkedIn, and also Indeed. And the AIRST can be reached via the Twitter handle, which would be AIRS training. And when you guys are going to search for the AIRS free resume search, you need to search in the Chrome Web Store, that is of the title of AIRS free resume search, and then you need to download the application and you need to add it in your apps. That will be founded on the Chrome section. That is when you add it on your Chrome section, it will be appears as this. That is the AIRS Chrome. It will be appearing in terms of your as a search engine. And once you click on the app, it would be the new search box which will be popping up, wherein you would be able to find resumes. That would be either in terms of your LinkedIn or else in Indeed or else generally from the web resources. And one more important thing, you can also implement your Boolean search generator. You guys would be getting a code, and you can also copy and paste it over here. That is in the AIRS free resume search. And here I'm just doing a sample search of an ATG architect, wherein I would be able to find resumes that is across all. That would be the combination of LinkedIn, your Indeed, and also through resumes. And at the right hand side column, there would be a tool of sort by, wherein when you click on the sort by tool, there would be of two options. One is your relevance, and one would be your date. And when you click on to your relevance column, it will show up the searches which are relevant to the ATG architect. And when you click on to that is according to the date wise, you may also select the option that would be the date wise, wherein you can also see the profiles which are updated on a day-to-day basis. And that particular search, I personally believe it would be applicable only for the resumes, not in terms of your LinkedIn search. And the next tool which we are going to see right now, it will be sourcing.recruiting.com. And this tool, which has been created by the team, which is at the rate of recruiting_com, that would be the Twitter handle. And I would say they can be reached. And moreover, the login page, it would be sourcing.recruiting.com. I would say it's free of cost, and you need not require any login credentials here. And you'll be able to search the candidates across the globe. I would say that is a blank resume. And you'll also be able to search the candidates either through LinkedIn, or else through Visual CV, or else through Resume Bucket, or else through Zinc. And for me, LinkedIn is a tool which will be primarily used for the US market, and Zinc, it would be primarily used for the UK market and also for the European markets. And some of the special filters which can be used as are the security clearance, and the second point it would be Spanish fluency, and the third point it would be the military veterans. And for all those tools of all these special filters, it would be used primarily when you're going to search the profile of a US candidate. And here, right now, I'm just performing a search of the role of a Java developer, which are based out of India. On your left hand side column, I would say there are a few columns, that is a few subtitles that would be of general web. And as I mentioned earlier, you can click on the option on where you would like to search a candidate. That would be either through LinkedIn, or else through a visual CV, or else through Zinc, or else through a resume packet. And on your left hand side column, as I mentioned, this should be on your left hand side column, and on your right hand side column you will be able to see your recent searches, and you'll also be able to see the recent people which you have viewed. And moreover, this should be applicable when you're using this particular tool on the same computer and for the same browser, because all those will be stored in your cache memory. And for probably if you guys have any queries, you can reach out to me using the hashtag, which would be sourcing at a webinar. And right now, Chinmay will be taking over this sourcing contest, which would be conducted by the sourcing ADA.
Hi Satish, thank you for being with us today. I want to add in this that if you could actually show us an example on each of the tools. So can you run like a live example for us?
Sure, Chinmay.
Okay, so you can pick up your own example, or if you any of the attendees want to put up an example, just put it up in the chat section and we will pick up your comments. So Satish, can you just pick up any example of your own and just show us each of the tool how it works?
First, I would say I would use the Boolean search generator,
Okay.
or else I would say I would use the sourcing dot recruiting.com.
Okay, sure. Any is fine. I mean, you can give us an example for each of them. So,
Sure.
Satish, we have one example to be run on the your tools from Manish Peoplewa. Can you hear me, Satish?
Sure.
Okay. He wants to run a
Yeah,
search
Chinmay.
for
Yes.
he wants to run a search for SAP FICO lead.
And what would be the location?
Uh, India, he's saying.
Okay. Okay.
He says
So
Chennai.
this,
So if you want to be specific, you can try Chennai as well. Thank you, Manish, for your example.
I'm on it. Probably that is your search. It would be for SAP. Your SAP FICO, and here you would be probably the location, and here that is as I mentioned earlier, that is you would be able to search resumes on the general web resources, and wherein I would like to source resumes through LinkedIn and through Visual CV and through Resume Bucket. That is, if you, probably the search result found it would be of 747 candidates, and the first candidate here, which would be Pankaj Agarwal, which he is based out of India, and all those resumes have came from LinkedIn. So what I'll do is I'll just remove all the search strings, and I'll just update the search, that is wherein probably the first candidate which has which has came from LinkedIn, and the second candidate it has came from Visual CV, which is Mr. Rahul Salonki, and the third candidate it would be he's based out of New Delhi, India, and which is Harbajit Sandhu, the online resume.
Okay, I guess everybody has got some information on how to run this tool. Can we pick up another tool and run some other example?
Sure, Chinmay, just give me one quick moment.
Satish, okay, Satish, we have one example coming from Nitesh Kumar. He wants to run a search for Adobe Day CQ5 Architect.
Adobe,
Adobe Day
probably
CQ5 Architect.
it is a Adobe CQ5, right?
Yeah, Adobe CQ5 Architect. Yes. He says the
Okay.
location is UK. We can do UK or we can also say India will also be okay, I guess.
Probably can you use the same tool which is sourcing.recruiting.com?
Yeah, we can try another tool. Can we?
Chinmay, probably I have some issues with my laptop, Chinmay. Probably since the only tool which I'm able to work is sourcing.recruiting.com.
Okay, fine. So run this one on recruiting.com.
Probably here you probably here you would be able to find resumes which just came from UK. That would be David Gianelli, and the second candidate it would be Jeremy Johnstone, and the third candidate it would be of Tom Blackard, who is the secure platform architect, who's working as in GSK, and a few more guys it would be that is this Kiyame Toko, who's working in Pega Systems as a senior system architect, who's a Hadoop 65 professional, and one more guy who's Tom Blackford, and who works as a secure platform architect at GKS, and one more guy it should be Marty, who is a BSc honors, and probably we have one more guy which would be Mr. Saravanan Saladure, who is the secure architect at Barclays.
Okay, Satish, I guess that should be fine. Can we have another example? Can we have another example coming from Satya Narayanan? He wants to search for a combination of SharePoint with BI, business intelligence.
And what would be the location?
Satya Narayanan. Can we have the location, please? India. Yeah, India.
It is SharePoint with and of the BI, right?
Correct.
Okay. Satya, you have the search. That would be the first candidate. It would be of resume of a senior solution designer. And the second candidate, it has came from LinkedIn. That is Mr. Neeraj, who has got experience in SharePoint, BI, and then ASP.NET. And the third, and one more guy, it would be Mr. Saman Shah, which is an online resume. and which just came from the resume bucket. And one more guy, which is from LinkedIn, which would be Madhu Baba Guma, who's a SharePoint expert and who's currently based out of India and who has got experience in business intelligence. And one more guy, it should be Mr. Vishal Rao, who is the associate manager at HCL and who has got work experience in SharePoint Architect, that is of Microsoft SharePoint and also the BI tool. And we have a one more resume that would be Raghavendra Rao online resume, which has came from Resume Bucket. He has got expertise in the Oracle BI server and the Oracle BI analytics, and he also got experience in SharePoint 2010. Sha- Any more questions?
Yeah, let's try one last example. And the
Sure.
example is from Subramanian Ramamurthy for
Okay.
Salesforce Architect, integration specialist, and Squid in UK. Squid would be spelled as SKUID.
SKUID, which will be based out of UK.
Yes.
So can I have this spelling? Which is
Yeah, it
SQ,
is SKUID.
S, which will be based in UK, right?
Yes.
Probably for this role of a Salesforce architect, which would be based out of UK. We can find a few guys, which is from Zinc. It is Krishna Hamanta, who's a senior CRM consultant. And the first guy, it would be Steve George, who's based out of UK itself, who has got Salesforce experience of 8+ years. And a few and Guy Heshet, who is based out of UK, who's a Salesforce architect and at of CloudReach Limited. And we have one more guy who works at Capgemini, who's a senior solution architect. And one more guy, it would be Mr. Christopher, who's a Salesforce practice lead. And one more guy, it would be Alenja Sivori, who's a Salesforce.com and who's also a certified in Salesforce.
Okay, Satish.
And
Okay,
probably we
Satish.
have one more guy, which is Mr. Prasenjit Batterjee. Okay.
Yeah, go
Hello.
on. Sorry.
Okay. Probably we have one more guy, which is Mr. Prasenjit Batterjee, who works as a Salesforce.com solution designer.
Okay, Satish. We have some more time left, so I'm going to give you another example. Coming in from
Sure.
Pooja Singh, we want Sitecore developer based in Chicago.
Okay. Probably I'm just giving the search of Psycho.
Sitecore developer, Chicago, coming in
Okay.
from Pooja Singh.
Probably here we have a few candidates. That would be Mr. Sachendra Kumar, who works as a Psycho certified developer who is based out of Illinois. And one more guy, which is Mr. Craig Nelson, who is a Psycho developer and also a Psycho architect. And one more guy, it would be Daniel Jensen, who is a psycho developer out of the Career Education Corporation. And one more guy was Smith Olson, who's a senior solution architect at Supersonic, and who are all based out of Illinois, Chicago. And he is a certified psycho certified professional. Hello.
Okay, Satish, yes, thank you. I've got a request from Amit Patel saying that he wants to try the Boolean search generator. So what I will do is I'll run from my computer.
All right.
Okay, so if you can see my screen now.
Yep.
Okay, so this is Boolean generator from Social Talent Sourcing Labs, and this basically will help you to build up Boolean search strings if you have no knowledge about Boolean operators. So for example, I'm just running a very basic example here. For the step one, say we want to add a keyword. I would use Java as Y keyword, and along with that I want Android as a skill. Okay, so for example Java, I'll click on add new, and Android is my skill, and then I'll click on step 2. If I'm done with all adding all the keywords, step 2, if I want to put up some synonyms for Java, so for example let's put J2EE here, and if there are any synonyms for Android we can put it here, and we can also keep on adding more synonyms or the combinations or different terms called across different companies and different locations, so we can put it here. Then we go to step 3. If I want to exclude any of the keywords, okay, because if I put in Java and Android, I might also find some iOS developers, so I don't want iOS. And if I want more keywords to be subtracted from this, I can add in more keywords, and then finally I click on generate code. Okay, so you would see here Boolean generator is creating a complete Boolean search string, which you can use it as it is, say on Google or on job portal or also on LinkedIn. So this is how you can generate a Boolean search string. So you can try in more keywords and more complex ones, and you can also subtract a couple of things, and just click on generate code. It's free to use tool. It's a great tool. So you guys also try all the 3 tools which were discussed today on the webinar. And any questions you can always post across through us using hashtag sourcing at the webinar. Okay, and now let's come to the contest sourcing contest number 6. So if you have visited this page for the contest, this time we have got a Dell tablet and a two Hyundai power banks for the second and third position, and Dell tablet for the first position. So please visit sourcingadda.ning.com. It's a forum and a platform where we share new ideas, new technologies and tools in sourcing. Regarding the clue for the sourcing contest, so you can also on Twitter using hashtag sourcing at the webinar, and you can also tag Satish. Thank you, Satish, for joining us today for the webinar as a host, and
Thank you,
have a
Chinmay.
good day all, and we hope to see you again in the next webinar. Thank you all. Have a great day.